Citizens of YouTube, we go to battle. Snake decks are us. Bringing out the snakes. Attacking with snakes. Making things big. Thanks to snakes. Doing snake things. Quick announcement as we get into this one. This is going to be the last video for snakes. I like to do 4, but I won't be around tomorrow. I just found I have to get up at an ungodly hour of the morning and travel. So I will not be around this weekend or tomorrow. So this will be the Snakey Snake video. Where's our sound? Anyway, let's make sure we have a hand before we go adjusting settings. Keeps, escape, help options, settings, audio. May I have just a little background music so I don't feel so naked. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the silence. But yep, this will be it for the snake deck. We'll play it today and then next week. Probably not Monday. Will be gone on Monday. But probably Tuesday I'll be back with another deck. And it might be another 3 video instead of 4 video because I'm going to be gone on Monday as well. Having a long trip to Philadelphia over the weekend. Gonna do some viewing of the roller derby international playoffs, of which my wife is a player, although not at this level. She's a local player, but this is kind of a big fan girl moment for her to get to go watch it. And I'm a coach, so I usually learn a lot. And our opponent, is this the control matchup we've long been prepping for and thinking about? Let's see. I'm glad I drew a 2-drop. Bestiary will probably have to come down next turn. Our opponent will have to keep respecting the dorks. As we make them have the right answers here. Push number 1, push number 2. Nice. Seems good. What's the right play? Probably the bestiary. Nissa's nice, but I mean she's not a clock on her own. What you got? No sensor? Let's see if there's an Anguish Unmaking or a Cast Out in store. And we'll see how this does. Can it pull us out of the control conundrum, or do they have all the answers? Oh, they just keep Gideon in their back pocket for moments like this. All right, we want to hit a land. Want to hit that land. Our opponent's just like, hey, fatal push Gideon. Is that good enough? There was a time where that would be absolutely untouchable, to be honest. But I don't think we're in that time anymore. Don't think I'm going to worry too much about the knight for the moment. Maybe I can get him to power up his vent. Maybe I can get him to respond to it or use it in some way. It's my turn to have an answer, dork. Oh, who am I kidding? He's not going to play something else for a while. That vent might get annoying, but I'm not going to overthink it. Might as well save the life. All right. Let's check that top card. Really want land. I'll take it. That is land. You going to pause me while I get an energy? What do you have, a cast out? I'm guessing. That's fine. Probably going to counter this, but I'm going to draw my card. All right, no counters, just kill spells. And he's got Unmaking, and he's going for the Hydra. Sweet, I get to keep this. I wonder if he has other ways to deal with it. I mean, Hydra is a real pain in the butt, but these decks usually have Wraths and things of that nature to deal with Hydras, and usually only a couple of ways to deal with Bestiary. And now the main phase Glimmer. He definitely doesn't have a counter, and he's trying to hit a land drop. Maybe as a Gear Hulk, that could be a pain, but shields are sorted down to generate more value. Yeah. All right, let's do this. That's a bit much on the land. Let's slow the land roll, please. Just a little. I mean, we're trying to keep up with Glimmers, though. We need all the cards we can get, and we'll probably need a lot of lands before this game is done. Is it Gear Hulk time? I may not even want to attack. I gotta think about that. Blessed Alliance is the other consideration. And him letting me keep it around tells me he doesn't have another easy solution. We'll take that. I'm sure he has more planeswalkers on the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll just go for Nissa here. Play around what? Well, we can still flash back the return. Or we can play Kalitas and draw a card. Doesn't seem like he has a counterspell, and I don't want to attack. So what's the right thing to do? I think I'll save Kalitas, because right now I can get to a position where I can slam Kalitas and play a Never. So that means Nissa. So I guess I can play around Spell Shrivel by just casting her. And do I make another zombie? Or do I draw a card? I got those options. I think I'll target this Glimmer of Genius. That can force out his Gear Hulk, perhaps. That's what I figured. So if that's the play, is it better to wait? Well, this way I get this play next turn. If he finds a counter, though, that's not good. We'll see. But I got my plant. Plant can do some blocks. All right. I don't know. Weird situation. So what's the better line there? Just cracking the clue, probably. Letting him have the Glimmer, because now I don't get the zombie, which is not what I took into account. Little mistake. Yep, here he comes. Well, I got a plant. Have a plant. Eat your veggies. Still playing draw go. Casting stuff out. What are you casting out? What are you afraid of? Wow. Okay. Still think he's going to sit on a Blessed Alliance, so it's better to have Tracker just generating that value. But we'll see. Ooh, I'll keep you. Let's see. Draw a card off this Kalitas or kill his Gear Hulk. One of the two. Well, if he has a counter spell, I guess I'll make him show it to me. There's the pausing. That tells me he does have something. Yeah, I think I'll just draw and crack my clue. Yeah. Try to hit a land. Alrighty. That's kind of a land. Our hand's good. We just need more time. What else you got? More glimmering? Okay. Wonder if I should have gone for that Never. I think I'll always wonder now. But the worst case is like I take 5 damage and then go for it. Unless he just found the counter spell he's going to use on me. Ob. Well, that makes a conundrum. Okay. You got that. You gonna attack me too? It's a lot to think about. Okay. So, how do I draw out? If he's got a counter, we need to draw it out. I'll take the land. Or no, I'm gonna get a land from Nissa. I don't need this one. Okay, you do nothing. So if I go for this, I might be able to get the counter spell out of his hand. As much as I love Nissa, we need to bait this hook somehow. Or at least get a removal spell, get something from him. Okay. He's a thinker, ain't he? Plenty of pausing. Do I get the flips? I do. So he's kind of protecting a queen over here, is how it feels. All right, now what? If we go for the never and he has the counter spell, what's the worst? I can play another blocker. Alright, say he does counter it. I guess then I'm just kind of up a creek. I really need this to resolve. Let's try it. Good on him. Saving the counter to the last moment. That is what you need to do. Save it for the things that are really important. Like he didn't just counter Nissa here. Now we'll see if he can get through our creatures. We do have another Nissa. The grind is real. We're in a grinded out fight. We're both drawing extra cards. We're both playing stuff to the battlefield. I don't think I block. I love Nissa. I mean, is a Cub better? I have another one. If I double block, surely he has a removal spell. But if I have both of these up, he has to remove one anyway, and maybe I can get to Ob. Plus Vital Force can get Nissa back. And I've got the Bestiary, so... yeah, we'll let Nissa go. I know that seems weird, but it sometimes is right. I don't know if this is one of those times. It's going to get awkward here, as I'm sure we're up against Blessed Alliance. Gear Hulk is a pretty awesome card. Sometimes it can just thread the dang needle. Both of these can get through. So we definitely want to attack. Do we want to throw in the Quags? Then what's our play? I guess a Long Tusk Cub? How about Vital Force? Do we want to throw in a big attacking land? Sounds good. The really annoying thing with Blessed Alliance is if he wakes this up and untaps it. So I guess Gear Hulk can at least make it get me through some of that. So that's the play. All right, got to get bigger than a Gear Hulk. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have energy to help you. I guess I can only get that to a 5. Son of a bitch. Well, I guess not quite yet. Still can't really attack here, can I? Alright, let's keep building boards, playing cards. Man, this should have been a 5-6, and this should have been a 4-4. Just punting it up here today in a game where I can't really afford to. Avacyn. Okay, he had something else up his sleeve. Maybe a little impatient playing it right there, too. But I guess he can start clocking me. Where's Grasp of Darkness when I needs it? Okay, he wants to take that out. That's good. Get Ob off that board. It's going to be a 5-5. And there's nothing to fear. There you go. All right. He kills one. Is there a way I can set this up so... I guess they both die if he kills one, so he's got to have Fatal Push or something. Plus, he just gets to flip Avacyn. So we'll throw one of these away. They're not doing that much anyway, unfortunately. I'd like them to do more. All right. Okay. Well, now I have a lot of things that can attack him. Hallelujah. Get back a Kalitas, get back a Winding Constrictor. Nah. Let's go over here. Play the Advocate. Draw the card. Charge this up. And then I guess I still have 5. I guess we play this as well. See if it gets countered. I think it's likely, but at this point, we're not going to make counters disappear on our own, are we? Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Okay. So now if I kill that, I flip his Avacyn, which is scary. Let's go push the issue. How am I gonna get his Avacyn dead? He can untap this again. Stupid Blessed Alliance. Untap, block there, block there. I think I just have to keep putting it off. Yep, just gotta keep putting it off. It sucks. He might not even have it, that's painful, but I just don't think he'd play the game the way he did if he didn't. So I am confident in my read, so I'm not going to give up on it. I'm just not. All right, so this, yeah, we'll go with that. Here's his ordering. Okay, so Sylvan Advocate's the one that's gonna die. That's what he's gonna counter? Fun. Dude's got it in the shade for sure. Right, down to 7. He's gonna flip that. We gotta find an answer. Make that bigger. All right, come on, top card. Help me. He's going to tap and pump that. All right. You are not good enough. You get another card. Grab 4. You get another card. And that's the... No, still get one more card. One more shot. Grasp of Darkness, by the way, is what we're seeking. Alright, so what did I mess up? He had a great opening, we can't deny that. I mean, the counters, I guess, he played them very well, so we can give him a lot of credit for that. Countered you. Countered a Fatal Push at the right time. Yep. That was pretty good stuff. I mean, countered a Never on the Gear Hulk, so he just kind of defended his queens. So he did good work. Where did we go wrong? If he doesn't have a Blessed Alliance in hand, then obviously I misplayed this entire game. But maybe he'll play it now? Ah, okay. So I'm pretty sure we just didn't have a chance. So bravo to our opponent. They played well. And I don't know if we, because I don't feel we had a bad draw, but man, if we're going to play like that against Control and have the cards we want against Control and still lose, I just feel like the matchup is hopeless. I really do. I feel like it's hopeless, and maybe it is, but anyway, at least we had a better game than just getting completely smashed. That was interesting. And that Blessed Alliance, though, worked us over. I can't even think of too many ways I wish that game had gone differently to give us a better chance. I mean, their draw was reasonable. Not broken. It was good. Ours was okay-ish. Should have been good enough if the matchup's even close, but we were never really in that game. Opponent played it very well, too. All right, let's give it another try. And will it be more Control decks? Like I've said, if you watch the previous videos, I think this deck loves games against certain kinds of decks. Small creature decks, medium creature decks, and I think it absolutely hates anything in the Control land, the Tutelage land, the Planeswalker land, the Fog land. I think it's a sitting duck. And I don't think Blossoming Defense fixes it. That was the first thing I tried, and tried for a long time. And it definitely wasn't usually there when you need it, and then it was a dead card later after when it showed up too late. Even when you had it right on time, they usually did something and then untapped and did something else to your creature. Or the sweepers just got it. So I don't like that answer. I like the Bestiary. I've won a few games because of it, but that game, it just felt like there was no chance. Maybe this is the Grixis Zombies type approach. We're gonna lead on Advocate because the first thing always dies. The main thing against Control is they just have no dead cards against a deck like this. You're so reliant on your creatures that every removal spell is good, every counter spell is good. Everything they have is just amazing against you. And everything that you have is awkward against them. Alright, let's go for Super Cub. If this can get in a hit, maybe Constrictor can follow it up. Or maybe he taps his mana on his turn to get rid of it, so Bristling Hydra's unopposed. I don't know about this matchup. This matchup, I don't know. Depends. Some of these decks, like the Grixis Zombie graveyard things, some of them use a lot of control elements, and some of them just use a lot of graveyard synergy. If it has too many control elements, it's the same problem we have against control decks. If it uses a bunch of graveyard synergy, like this, I don't know. I don't know how that's supposed to harm me. That was weird. Whispers of Emrakul. A little bit of a delirium. Discard. Side bet. I don't know. Now he's passing. Let's see if he can handle a Hydra. Sometimes these decks just can't. And I'll send my Cub. And then he'll have to answer both of them if he does chump block. Alright, let's see if he has all the answers this coming turn. I mean, if he gets rid of my Hydra, but I still have a Cub growing, that's pretty good too. That Whispers of Emrakul, though, that tells me they didn't have a removal spell for this Cub. Radiant Flames would be a feel bads. Another cut, okay. By the way, this is Pive. He is a regular viewer, so I'm sure he'll be checking this out on YouTube after. I'm not gonna just swing with Fumarole. So that cut is that cut's painful. I don't know why he hit the Cub instead of the Hydra. Maybe he had a similar feeling to mine. Just make sure you get it all. Not sure what's happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. Alright, well that lets me play a card, which I think I'll play even without a target. Although it's tempting to hold on to. But yeah, I like just slamming this. So that's available as soon as I can crew it to go smash more face. Hide this move. I mean, I don't know what to expect. I already got Whispered of Emrakul. This Dread Wanderer is the only thing that makes me think it's one of those Haunted Dead decks. Maybe it's just not. I don't know. It's a very weird contraption we're battling. Definitely looks like it should have some madness theme to it. There's a sanitarium over there. Sanitariums, are they where you go for madness or do they create madness? That is the question. Okay, Haunted Dead. Guess I wasn't insane about that call. And can I get it exiled? If I can get this in the graveyard, I can. But I don't think so. Alright, let's do it like this. Let's just get up in the air. Bomb this out of the way, so go 6 damage right to the face. And then sit on our spells. Alright, just a little more to go. Here comes Insult. Oh, that can kill this. With the injury part. Alright. And pass. Let's go ahead and take this out, because we might just maybe swinging with a Quagmire is the only good play, right? So we have the Revolt because he took out the Hydra. And we draw. Yeah. I guess this is the play. I still don't want to just slam Rex Sage, because... Well, because... I feel like there might be other tricks up his sleeve. I've seen these decks play Sky Sovereign. I've seen him play Cultivator's Caravan and Aethersphere Harvester. I've seen him play Fevered Visions. I've seen him play whatever that one is that lets you draw 3. So I'm being a little careful. And when he's at 4, maybe that isn't right. Maybe it is. Okay, turn passing. Ballista. Alright, he can bring this back. He can put the 1/1 in front of the Sky Sovereign, but I can shoot it down. So this is the line, I think, to wins. We'll play the Reclamation Sage. We'll play the Walking Ballista. He can respond right now, and then I can't crew the ship. Okay, he does not. Power up. He's gonna loot. What's he gonna do? I want one of these in the graveyard. Maybe I can catch that Haunted Dead. Discard Scrounger. Alright, here comes the attack. And he's not going to try to throw the token in front. He knows I could Ballista tap it. So that's going to do it for that game. And since we're disappearing tomorrow and you're not going to get your your fourth day of Green-Black Constrictor, let's try to do one more. Let's try to load up one more game. Will it be more control-y mages? Do we get a redemption chance against control, or do we just have to accept the matchup and the result and move on? Target with some OOOs around his name. He's coming out naked. He doesn't have any special sleeves. Yeah, we'll keep the Constrictor hands. Still waiting for the game where Constrictor goes off. Hopefully this will be the one. We haven't had too many like that. I've played plenty of them off camera, which is why I stand by the Constrictor build of the deck still being worth it and the best way that you can throw your green-black pile together. But we haven't been able to prove it as much as I want to. Alright, we're getting the evolving on. Maybe it's the Super Friends. Alright, let's start advocating. Sure, it's just going to get fatally pushed. The first one always dies, remember? Ooh, nothing? I like it. I can get used to that, although I'm sure that the murder is coming. Get him. That was your whole plan, huh? Get her. Very scientific. Alright, Constrict. Let's see if we're going to get Yahenni's expertise. And it is a grapple. That kind of deck, eh? Ooh, Cruel Reality, hitting the bin. Pulsamarasa hitting the bin. Green-black Grapple-nator. And the Languish is, yep. Ta-da! Yeah, at least he didn't have a follow-up play. Could have been worse. But man, do I hate that. Ooh, cover, huh? Wonder if I'd play both. I think we'll just play one. Make him deal with it. Deal with it he shall. He is not afraid of dealing with it. He's got the answers, he's got the tools. And I am missing the land drops. But whatever. At least I still got spells I can play. Although we haven't seen what the hell our opponent tries to kill us with. Maybe they don't. And we haven't seen any creature of any kind in the top 17 unless he's hiding it in his hand. Green Warden. Start the value train, ladies and germs. And it is for, why wouldn't it be for, Cruel Reality? Well, better find those lands. I'm not going to have a lot of time to. There's one of them. So let's get you on the field. Doesn't have a way to kill the Sky Sovereign down there yet, and it's not like I'm gonna find a way to exile this in my sleep, so we just have to let him get whatever he's gonna get here. I would get Pulse, although I don't see any other creature. Maybe I wouldn't get Pulse. Yahenni's? Okay. Solves the Ballista problem. Land off the top would be nice. I do not want to die in a Cruel Reality. Here it comes. The reality is getting cruel out here. So come on, top of the deck. Be nice to me. I've earned it. Yeah, but Deck don't care. Deck does not care if I earned it. Okay then. Well, obviously we're just playing a different game from our opponent, who has no regard for human life. Well, that's enough for me. A little anticlimactic, but I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. And it's kind of, I don't think I got any results that were unexpected. If you want to beat vehicles, I think this deck will do a decent job at it. And if you want to beat ramp decks and control decks and tutelage decks, I think this deck will do a horrible job at it. Just blatantly horrible, which is why it's tier 2 at the very best and probably worse than that, no matter how you want to build it. There's not a lot of changes you can make to overcome these issues. I've tried a lot of different things, and I'd be curious if you guys want to share in the comments your experience and cards that you use to overcome things like Esper Control, Tutelage, and Friends. You're welcome to share them. I've probably tried it. The card pool is set in stone at this point, and I've probably played over 100 games with green-black decks looking for the right ideas. Probably over 200, actually. Probably a lot more than 100. Anyway, it's still a fun deck, and if the meta is all about critters, it is a very, very fun deck because you just kind of out-creature them. Your creatures are bigger and stronger, and that's fun. And if the game is not about creatures, you're probably at a huge disadvantage and just trying to get god draws and get lucky. All right, that's my read and my final take on green-black. I hope you enjoyed this week's videos. We'll be back next week playing with another deck, probably on Tuesday. And I am CGB, and I'm out of here.